because rocket technology and all the money we pour into rockets and satellites, and he claims we're going to Mars. It's just the same propaganda that JFK used to take us to the moon. If you really believe we went to the moon, you know, um, multiple times, etc., played golf, drove a car around, and that wasn't made in some kind of like, movie theater production facility. I mean, it's grifting. The redistribution of wealth is happening every single day, every single second, um, by your government. So, Trump is going to give Elon many, many billions, 10 billion, 30 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion, 200 billion. Who knows? It could be huge. In fact, Elon, I wouldn't be surprised if he like even makes more acquisitions outside of X. Like he might buy another major corporation and take it over in 2025. I bet you anything he has plans to do that.
What do you think of Teddy Roosevelt being the buster of monopolies, right, and trusts?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what? Yeah, we need a Teddy Roosevelt to bust it up.
Yeah, Trump might bust up Google, but I don't even know how you separate a company like that anymore, because like I don't know. I don't know. I just get the feeling there's not a speck of dust out of place in the whole universe. But I think, if you listen to Elon, you can recognize your own neurosis even by listening to him. And you're like, oh shit, like my life's not so bad. I kind of do have my shit under control and I'm not as manic as him. And if you really look at what he says and you try to say, oh, that's very, very smart, you're kind of like, he's just another guy. Like we give him all this. Yeah, we give him all this like, credibility as if he's like, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, he's not a doctor. He's like, he's like a ruthless internet entrepreneur, but see, the thing is, because he opens himself up to recordings and publishing, he's unlike a lot of other billionaires, he's because a lot of those guys don't want any type of public facing. In fact, they like don't even want publicity. They want to live very private lives. They don't even want, they know their image is known. I'm talking about like, some of the other mega billionaires out there that like Larry Ellison, Mark Benioff, all these like Salesforce and Oracle, like those two guys are extraordinarily rich as well. And I think Benioff supported Kamala. I don't know if Larry Ellison supported Trump, but those things are irrelevant. I'm just trying to say it is just unbelievable that he has been doing X Spaces for so long, because like there's really, I saw if you go on YouTube and you type in Adrian Dittman, and you can see what X Spaces like looked like a long time ago when he was on there as Adrian talking to Elon. So let's see did he go live yet?
I don't know. The thing I thought listening to him these last couple days, one, I was like, holy shit, he sounds like me when I'm manic. Because I can get just like that when I'm manic. Fortunately, I haven't really been on the app much when I'm manic. But on occasion I have, and people, like close friends of mine, have noticed the way I talk when I'm manic versus normal. But the other thing, I felt the same thing as you. I was like, I wanted to go up there, excuse me, and ask him, like, how did he get all this clout? How did he get all this respect when he's just, like, okay, I'm not going to ask him this because he's not going to like it. But in my head, I'm like, how does he get all this respect when he's not even saying anything that's like ultra profound or ultra smart? It was just obvious that he's just a dumb guy on the internet.
Yeah, but he's no more.
Some of the advice was good, but it's like you can. you get that from other places. It's not like some profound insight that is exclusive to him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. See, that's the thing is like, I know there's not a speck of dust out of place in the universe. So like our opinion of him is like our opinion of anybody else. It's like we could be talking about Oprah and say like, I fucking hate Oprah. I hate her a lot more than Elon, you know? But for him to just like have this alternative account, because he can't do that under Elon's name. You see what I'm saying? Like he's kind of a hypocrite and he's like using everybody in the room for his like dopamine and his talk therapy. I just hate to think that he hasn't like paid these people, you know, that are like building his profile, but so many people know it's him, you know, and most people just don't give a fuck. People who do talk to him are very excited to talk to him because they know they're talking to Elon. And he gets into little squabbles with people, you know, and then you hear other people projecting their own like mega ego into the room. It's just a very interesting observational because you're dealing with Elon and the fact that it's unrecorded. And like, you know, I think it's cool that I am in possession of like an Elon archive that people might be interested in like listening to, you know, because if something happens to him, you know, let's say he eats like 2 giant buttered steaks on a Friday night and his heart explodes on Sunday and he's gone. And everybody's like, oh no, Elon's not with us anymore. He ate too much red meat. And then everybody's like, oh, did you know he had a burner account called Adrian Dittman? And then next thing you know, I sell the Adrian Dittman movie to Netflix for like $10 million. And then I fly you both out to the Bahamas for a vacation. An all expense paid trip by Adrian Dittman. Yeah, that's right, Rachel. I mean, if you can get in on the stage, like you'll be in my movie. You'll be in Elon's life. Like your whole life will change because now Elon will, you know, I'm telling you, like, you know, he's not on dating apps. Like, this is it. He looks at his work emails, eats 2 buttered steaks. He gets constipated. He farts. He burps. He drinks a milkshake. He goes, oh, man. So fucking good. Look at that. What's that? Why did you email me? Like, it's, you know, you've heard enough. I mean, wait till you hear more. Wait till you get on stage and talk to Adrian for the first time and you're like starstruck. And then you're like, oh, it's just another fucking clubhouse room. I'm talking to another motherfucking fat piece of shit, steak eating, milkshake drinking, Tesla farting guy. That's it. And you're like, Elon, are you the cheapest person in the world? Like, when was the last time you even like, you know, got off of Clubhouse and like made dinner for your wives and your 16 children? Oh yeah, like I need to do that. I'm worth $900 billion. I have 15 people that take care of my family. Drivers, security guards, cooks. It's very expensive. That's why I have to come onto X and create a podcast every night like Joe Rogan. It's just a trip because it's almost like a multiple personality, you know? And the thing is, like, he gets all these he hasn't gotten like the highest level security clearance, which I think doesn't actually mean anything because like what he's doing is like of the highest level security clearance possible, fucking launching intercontinental ballistic missiles into outer space and putting up spy satellites. It's like, oh,
I know, right? You would think you need clearance for that, yeah.
Yeah, oh, he doesn't have the clearance. It's just like one more thing to talk about. It's like, he doesn't have the clearance. Okay.
And that's because he smokes pot, right? That's what it was. I think I heard.
Yeah, and other drugs. Like, he says he has a prescription for ketamine. That's probably what he's doing is ketamine. Because that you can Google that. There's a news article saying that he has like said he has a prescription for ketamine. I snorted ketamine once with this really hot chick, and it made me nauseated, and I was like, I kind of lost respect for her. I was like, you fucking loser! Why do you snort ketamine powder? Like, is your life that miserable? Like, that is really stupid. I guess I'm saying it was stupid because I didn't like the effects. I was just like, oh yeah, I feel sick now. This was very stupid of me. It was. I bet you anything. Who knows? You know, somebody offers you ketamine powder. You're like, oh, I'm snorting fentanyl and I'm about to, you know, turn into Don Lemon. Not Don Lemon. I meant to say Don. Who was the fat comedian in History of the World? Don.
No, Lovitz? No.
No, not Don Lovitz. Dom DeLuise. Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, I do know who that is. Yeah.
Very funny. Fat man funny.
Should I message Dittman on Twitter and be like, when's the live starting?
Yeah.
Or the yeah, okay.
100%.
Oh, and which picture is better? Is this the good one or the other one?
I think you need to take I think that one's fine, but I definitely think you need to take a selfie with a piece of paper saying, I want to talk to Adrian Dittman on the conversation tonight. When does it start? And like post a selfie like that. Just, you know, that's the thing is like amateur picture, you know, I swear to God, it'll work because it's real. Can't fake it. And in this world, anything new, even if it's amateur, if it's new, it's new. People just eat up new. People are just, you know how many fucking terabytes are living in people's memories right now from looking at endless amounts of content? It's all just sitting there in your infinite memory dump known as your brain. Thanks, Scott. Your copyrighted music got my Instagram blocked. Oh, never mind. It's working again. Okay, we're live on Adrian Dittman on Instagram. We're live on multiple YouTubes and Facebooks. Elon's about to go live. The date is 12/23/24. It's 8:39 p.m. CST. We're waiting for the world famous Elon Musk, aka Adrian Dittman, to go live on X Spaces in the conversation. Once Elon goes live, I will leave my office and let him take over the show, as I will no longer want to actually be on the internet talking endlessly. And now I can take a break while Elon gets high on ketamine and hoots and hollers for the next 3 hours on X because he's an addict.
Okay. I messaged him to ask him when the live starts, and I said looking forward to it.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I'll do the picture thing when I look better because right now I need a shower and shit. So yeah.
Yeah, I figured, yeah. It's not a Friday night. You're not going out to the bar. Yeah, so like Friday night or something when like, or the next time you do dress up and go out, maybe Christmas, I guess, if you're going to get dressed up or something, like take a selfie, take a piece of paper or print something out and like really, really get his attention. Let's see what happens. I bet you anything, you could become like a regular on his show. You could probably even build like a huge social media following. You're smart enough to, you know, talk to him about all of these things: dopamine, propaganda, trans rights, abortion, anything. Like, you know, you could piggyback off of him like me. I'm just an Adrian Dittman parasite.
Do you think I should get verified with the blue check mark?
If you have the money to spend and you're not, you know, going to take a can of soup out of your kid's mouth, go for it.
Wait, isn't it only like $8 a month, or did it go up?
I don't know. You know, if you got the money, do it. It'll just add to your credibility. And now that you know who Elon and Adrian is, like it could be worth it for you. Like he's not going to talk to me, but he will probably talk to a smart chick because his show is that boring. You will bring the dopamine. You will be my Agent Smith, my mole, my parasite mole embedded into the empire.
Do you think I should add that I'm an AI data trainer on my profile?
Oh, yes. 100%.
Okay.
Even a LinkedIn or any other social media, like, you know, make it as professional and as enthusiastic as possible. So again, Elon Musk's profile says under Adrian Dittman, life is too short to worry about stupid things. Have fun, fall in love, regret nothing, and don't let people bring you down. Study, think, create, and grow. And at the top of his profile, he pinned, may next year be one of freedom and liberation for those whose merits have been denied by the ignorant fools and authoritarians of our time. "14 hours ago, he wrote, I can't recall a single time when I've read an opinion piece by a journalist that wasn't completely delusional." Yeah. Your brain automatically translates what the fuck, but not LOL. Anyways, that's Elon.
Okay, I just put that I'm a writer, filmmaker, and AI data trainer. But for my location, I put planet Earth, I think. I was trying to be funny. But
You could say, you were a former woke liberal Democrat, Marxist, communist, socialist who is now an Elon Musk, Adrian Dittman, and Donald Trump enthusiast, aka a walkaway Democrat.
Nice, I'll be in good company because everybody thought Elon was liberal too.
Yeah, I think we definitely solved it that he's on ketamine because he is so animated. You would think for somebody who just came back from a hard day's work at the rocket ship, platform and manufacturing plant, that he'd be exhausted, and he just wants to like relax. But no, he's got to be fucking getting high. And like, there is no other way you can get that much energy at night talking about stupid fucking left woke motherfuckers. Like, he goes crazy sometimes. He doesn't use profanity though.
Yeah.
Sometimes he does. Yeah, he does.
Well, he does. I was gonna say sometimes he did, like last night.
Okay, so I was gonna look up Elon Musk ketamine usage.
I mean, but look, there are times like if I'm talking about this, like I can go, like I naturally, if I don't take my meds and go to bed, I can talk for days on this shit. Like without, like, okay, I'm getting older, so I can't go as long. But like, there have been times where I just stayed up till the wee hours of the morning talking to somebody for like 2 days or something. Like, and I have tons of energy. So yeah. But that's when I'm naturally leaning into my mania and just letting it loose. And I understand why people do that, because especially if they're a low functioning depressive, it's like, cool, I'm gonna lean into my mania so I get shit done. But then you can go off the rails, unfortunately.
Oh, I've got so much laundry I have to do. I've been like procrastinating so much work. Oh, I feel like it's a good time to procrastinate though, because all of society is like procrastinating as much as possible at the end of the year. But then you have these like anti-procrastinator do-gooders that think they're better than you because they don't procrastinate on Christmas. It's like, no, man, you just don't know how to stop being a workaholic.
Yeah, when I didn't have my kids and I lived in downtown LA as a server and a bartender, I volunteered to work on the holidays because that's when you get a ton of tips. People are like, "Oh, you poor thing, you have to work on the holidays." It's like, little do they know I chose this.
Yeah.
I got $250 once from one of my regulars on Christmas. Yeah. But like normally every weekend he would come on a Saturday, he would buy all kinds of drinks for him and his friends, and he would give me $100 every freaking Saturday for the tip. It was cool.
Yeah, I was a caddy and a server, and when you get tipped out nice, it's like, wow. That's fucking amazing. Scott, how are you feeling? Anything you want to add to the Adrian Dittman show while we wait for Elon to go live?
Okay, we need to put all the vibrational energy and thoughts into this. Okay, so yesterday, this Jonathan E. Stewart is a screenwriter at Pixar, Warner Brothers, DreamWorks, Paramount, Sony, Netflix. He's a TEDx speaker. He's a media and generative AI consultant. And he said that during the Christmas break, he's going to read some spec scripts. And he said, give me a short pitch in these replies. I'm accepting submissions till 11:59 Eastern tonight. And he'll pick a handful of them to read. So I commented and pitched mine, and we had a back and forth about it a couple times. So I'm hoping I'm one of the people he chooses. So yeah, that'd be cool. Because he said if he chooses you, he does live streams. He will live stream and break down your script and help you like write it better or something. So like it would be a very cool thing to get picked for. So like all the good vibes go to that.
So
that I can manifest that.
Go to Freckled Liberty. That's like Elon's. I would say it could possibly be his lover. It says certified Russian bot, pro-life, based Jewish, autism microdoser, meme forager, shitpost slinger, not a dude, queen of retards. Yes, I've been picked. Yourmom.com. I would be willing to bet that it's possible that she works with Elon and that they're even dating. It's possible. She's your competition, is what I'm saying. Go to his posts and look at the retweets and the comments, and maybe even retweet some of them, like them, follow them, like integrate yourself into his active users. FYI.
This if this works, it'll be an amazing story one day when I write my memoir.
So I used to live in LA too. I mean, I would love to try to make a movie, get into the business. I mean, this could be our in, because Hollywood hates Elon. And like, I'm not saying that like I would want to hurt Elon, but like if I could make a lot of money out of it and it like unfortunately damaged his credibility, I would be okay with that, as long as I was making a lot of money, because obviously he's a capitalist, and he would be like, well, that fucking guy made a lot of fucking money. Like he'd be like, he's the only fucking smart one who filmed me. Maybe he would appreciate, though may not respect me, but he would at least appreciate the game that I'm playing to try to make money as a parasite. I'm not a predator, I'm a parasite. I don't know which one is worse, but I think it's probably less harmful to be a predator, to be a parasite, than it is to be a predator, because a predator like kills and consumes, but a parasite lets the organism, continue to live. So which one what are the ethics of parasitism and predation?
Well, I sort of had the opposite idea that the parasite is worse because it's slowly killing you, or not, even if it's not killing you, it's messing with you over a long period of time if you don't discover it. And then, whereas with the predator, you just have a quick death, but with the parasite, you can suffer for like years and not know why. But I don't.
No, I know that's like that's like the actual explanation, but I'm just trying to like, because parasite and predation is like yin and yang, black and white, meaning that it's just a double-edged sword. Like one side of the sword is predation, the other side is parasitism. Because you're either ruling with fear or love. I mean, predation versus Parasitism is like choosing which one's better, which one's worse. Like it's always a trick question. There is no better, there is no worse. Judgment, your opinion is the problem. But, I don't know. Parasitism and predation, you just see it all the time. It's truly like you go to the gym, there's so many advertisements just running at the gym where you're just like, wow, like I cannot believe like every billboard, every radio, like it's just like nonstop consumer messaging straight to your central nervous system all the time, nonstop. You think you're finding what you're looking for? No, you're really looking at a company's advertisement.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely to do this endeavor right. I'm just gonna have to make a new profile because I have a lot of filmmaker friends that follow me, and even some that are kind of successful but not like super well known, like follow me. And if I start posting all kinds of pro Trump shit, I might mess up my chances of working with those filmmakers. So I think I will start a new account and build it up over time and keep joining the lives. But yeah. But then I thought, I wonder if he would like to invite someone up who he thinks has different ideologies than him so he can like argue against them. But I don't know if he's that type of person. But
Honestly, I think a lot of people raise their hands. He looks at the profile just like for a second. If he thinks it's relevant or it's real, it's not a bot, whatever. Like you're gonna have to like entice him. You have to be the Venus flytrap. If you don't want to ruin that account, then just create a new account now. Just click in the upper right and just click new account. Like within just a few days, you will have an account that will be like totally, not connected, and you'll have followers, you'll have content. You just have to use the account, retweet a ton of shit, like a ton of shit, just really use the account for a couple days and it will build the profile. Okay, so listen to this. This is one of Bly's clips he publishes 15 hours ago.
Has attracted towards itself via the interface and now is outputting again via said interface. You are truly yourself if you can do this with almost no latency and no conflict. So myself, I haven't changed as a person, really. I have changed as an idea. Deep down inside, I was always this. Even as a little kid, as a little 6-year-old child in this place that was kindergarten. And the teacher told me, draw this thing.
It's like I can't listen to it again, you know what I'm saying?
It's weird. Megaphone, ironically enough, was a megaphone they told me to draw. I said, I don't want to. Can I draw something else? Looked at it.
I don't know. I find when I listen to him, I'm like distasteful of him, like because I know I'm wasting my time even listening to him because I'm not making any money listening to him. I worked for this company called Dealer.com in Hermosa Beach, and we got like an all hands meeting request at like 8 a.m. on a Monday, and one of the founders was sitting at the kitchen table, and he sat there with his legs crossed and was just like tapping his wristwatch, and he's like, "Is that everybody?" Literally, like, "Is that everybody?" And he's like, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot, and there's like all these like late stragglers coming in. And so he sits down. He's like, you guys got it really fucking good. And, I'm dealing with people posting on Craigslist, writing reviews of the business, calling people out. It's unprofessional. I don't even make any money from this company anymore. I already sold my shares in the company. And he was like, basically, get back to work. And then he like walks out the front door, gets in his Lamborghini and like floors it, like literally floored his like Lambo. And I was like, damn, that was a fucking exit, But anyways, a couple weeks later, I had a Starbucks in my hand and he had this really nice like convertible as well. And I took my small coffee and I just lobbed it like a hand grenade, and it just landed perfectly in his front seat. It was like splash. And so this pilot or flight attendant, he was jogging at the beach one day, and he like runs up to me. He's like, "Hey, are you the guy that threw the fucking coffee in Mark's car?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "How the fuck did he know?" You know?
That is hilarious.
Couldn't believe it. I was like, "How the fuck did he know?" I think they must have like just guessed or assumed. They're like, they bet you he asked the last guy there. He's like, "Who did you fire recently?"
That
they,
is hilarious.
they shut that. Yeah.
No, it reminds me of one time my ex knew that I'm the one who did something, and I was like, "How the hell did he know that?" But one time, I got drunk. I got drunk, and me and my friend, like, I don't know, I was like, let's go on Craigslist and troll all the people who are looking for roommates. Let's just respond to them in these crazy ways. So we sat there and we responded in a lot of weird ways. One time it was obvious that it was this like conservative person who didn't want like woke ideologies or whatever. And so we asked, does he accept tranny grannies? But one of them, this guy kept mentioning how he has a horse stable. And like he did a big elaborate post for renting this room. And he's like 4 or 5 times in a paragraph, he's mentioning he has horses. And I'm like, so we sent him back a message and was like, well, how big is the bed? How many horses can fit in there with me? What about the showers? Are they big enough for me and my horse friend? And like, it just kind of made it seem like we had a horse fetish. And then the number, I wrote the number to call, and I gave him my ex's number. So then, and we were still friends, but like we hadn't talked in a while. So next thing I know, I'm getting this like text from him going, "Did you tell somebody on Craigslist that I have a horse fetish?" And he showed me the text. So he showed me the text that he got from the Craigslist person, and it was just like, "I'm gonna report you, and you're disgusting with your horse fetish and this and that." And it was connected to the Craigslist link, but I don't know. He knew that I was the one who did it, that I pranked him, and he was like, "Did you do this to me?"
Adrian, who is this one Rachel in the chat who is attacking me?
I don't know. It's like a mute person, you know. Oh, Rachel, I'm gonna have to.
His name used to be Follower, and now it's Rachel.
I'm gonna have to hide your comments, Rachel. I know he comes off as a caustic asshole, but he's not as bad as Scott. Yeah, you might be right. Because in the deep state room, I know Scott is like, you know, he's saying all these terrible things. I have another mole in there, Scott. You haven't actually blocked me. And I know you don't follow all my media, so.
I don't block you. I'm your fan.
Well, then why aren't you filming? Well, can you follow Adrian Dittman for me then?
I mean, are we talking number one fan?
He's fucking laziest guy in the world.
I'm following you already.
No, Adrian, the real Adrian Dittman, Elon Musk.
Okay. Where's that?
It's Dittman is spelled with 2 T's and 2 N's. Dittman. Adrian Dittman. And mine is Adrian Dittman with 1 N, 1 T, 1 T, 1 N. Adrian Dittman.
Why can't I remember that movie? What's the movie with Kathy Bates and is it not Michael Caine? Is it Michael Caine and she's like his number one fan and she's like a psycho?
You're gonna be talking about Misery.
Thank you. I knew it was one word. I was like, what the heck is that word? Or is it James Conn? Oh, that. She just said it. No, it's James. So then that's when you said you were his fan. I was like, are you his number one fan?
Just the number of Congress people is incredible. It and the pensions they get, the salaries they get. Um, it's a kind of an interesting position. It's just amazing how big it is. Like, I wonder, like, how in proportion the
It's like
congressional.
1 per 870,000.
Wow.
There are some people that think it should be bigger. That should be like the congressperson should, a House member should represent
More
you.
constituents, yeah. So that would mean like lessen the number of Congress people.
No, that would mean more congresspeople. That like basically,
Oh, I see.
that basically congresspeople all represent too many people. It's like 1 per 870,000. It's not enough. There's too many for like.
What do you think about the census, and these gerrymanderings or these redistricting? Because I worked at the census, and to me, the conversations that I heard in the senior, manager's office, it was like dramatic, and it just, with the data that they gather on illegal aliens and like how that impacts redistricting, like, and the strategy of redistricting and how it benefits.
Yeah, I think all districting should be done like in nonpartisan algorithmic way. I think like we have enough AI and algorithms. We could do this fairly. But the gerrymandering sucks. It's just it's Congress people choosing their voters rather than voters choosing their representatives. It sucks.
It's weird, isn't it? More than just that. Like, it's a manipulation, but what I'm saying is what they're doing could be illegal, meaning like if you're incorporating um, illegal aliens or unregistered, undocumented migrants into, I guess the data, like anyways, I don't know if there's more to it or not, or how the census like is used as a tool, whether it's Democrat or Republican, but I don't know. It's just an interesting government agency, and they do put out a lot of valuable statistics that they put out so many valuable statistics. I'm surprised they even put so much up because it could be used like competitively. But that's the thing. It's like we don't, because of what we do, the First Amendment, everything, like we just publicly post everything because we believe that, by publishing, it brings in more business into the country to begin with by like making our data public. That's the thing, is like this is one big business, and like Trump is now at the helm for the second time of the biggest business in the planet, the biggest clearinghouse, the biggest exchange, and he knows that, and the baby boomers know that. Like, they voted him in, basically. They knew that he's the best asset manager for their pensions, for their retirements, to keep propelling it forward. Kamala would have been a horrible asset manager. She's like the person at Morgan Stanley you don't want to work with. Trump is like the biggest broker in the office. Everybody wants to have an account with Trump. That's basically why he's the president now, or going to be.
Okay, so what I'm finding, a tour of Tesla factory. You have to like email them. You have to pay $50 per person, supposedly, and normally you have to be a Tesla owner or referred by a Tesla owner. I know somebody who has a Cybertruck. Maybe would be willing to refer me, but I don't even know if they would let us in.
We're gonna stop woke.
Ooh, they have internships for AI or reinforcement learning. This is exactly what I did. But they're all in Palo
What
Alto,
do you want to
California.
be when you grow up?
Kind. Isn't it odd? We can only see our outsides, but nearly every.
Okay, we've been going high energy. I'm like getting so exhausted, but I want to cap this off with like a reading and then retire for a while. Maybe put some laundry in. I have this like 3-bedroom, 1-bath below me at my house. And like I need to rent all the rooms out, but like honestly, I love like not having people living below me. And you know, it'd be cool if I had a wife and kids and I just like could fill the rooms up with my children. Maybe that's what I should do, just like not rent it out. Hi Eric. I know Eric, are you a communist? Eric, are you a fellow communist with Scott? I know you are.
Adrian, why don't I come out there and podcast gear and we start a live show?
Bro, you're on the live show right now. You could do it right where you're at.
I will be in full effect.
Listen, you keep your taint in Philadelphia. I'll keep my taint in Chicago. Let's do live streaming at least for like a week.
No, because what we need to do is like the Wonder Twins. We touch our taints,
Oh, you want a taint kiss?
and then Wonder Twin powers activate.
Isn't that like sword fighting technically? Instead of nut
It's
to
very
butt,
different.
instead of nut
It's
to
very different.
instead of nut to butt to nut, it's just taint to taint.
It's more like below the belt Aikido.
See, if we were really creative right now, we would come up with like a taint song, and like use that as our closing out intro song. Have you ever used that song, that website that creates songs for you? It's amazing.
No, what website is it?
It's called like, it's like a 3-letter word or something. Geo. I can't remember what it's called. I used it though. You just like put in your command prompt and it will literally like, and you choose what style you want the song to be in, and it literally creates you the most amazing song using your keywords. And it's like high quality. It's unbelievable. It's fucking amazing. Somebody on this app, somebody here on Clubhouse showed me, you know, which site it was. That's the world we're living in. Like so many people will be putting out so much content that like people will stop consuming other people's content eventually and just consume their own self-created content, because they'll inherently know that their own content is better than other people's content, if that makes any sense. I know that's totally ridiculous, but the problem is herd psychology, you know, like the fact that we're like, you know, basically Adrian Dittmanites now, because we are intelligent parasites who know it's better to be on the back of a water buffalo with a big dinner every night than living in the desert with nothing to eat. Okay, you want me to teach you something about palmistry? Remember I told you to give people a hand massage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, on both 4 major lines, hands, lifelines, circling the mound of Venus, a wide sweep implies zest for living and strong energy, vital force, overall health and constitution, digestive and respiratory systems. Headline, rises under Jupiter, finger traverses center of palm. Indicates everything concerning mentality. intellectual capacity and potential, rational and intuitive knowledge, the nervous system. Heart line arises under Mercury finger, sweeps upward across the finger mounts. The quality of your emotions, affections, not passions, circulatory and excretory systems. Fate line arises at wrist and travels vertically up the palm. Destiny, career, line of achievement, fulfillment of goals, and surmounting obstacles. Circle of Venus, sensuality or artistic and dramatic flair, sensitive. Ring of Saturn, sober, conservative, solitude, restrictive or depressive. Ring of Solomon, mystical spiritual potential. The fleshy pads, mounts of the palms, are named for planets. Ideally pink and firm. Mounts are smooth, not hard or soft. They show energy development and potential of planetary traits and qualities. Venus, ability to love and be loved. Warmth and aesthetics, joy, resistance to disease. Mars, positive, assertive, passionate, dynamic, courage to face challenges. And Jupiter, inspired, social, religion, ambition, confident and outgoing, charisma, generosity, leadership. Saturn, introspection, wisdom, responsibility, patience, self-direction, sensitivity, caution. Sun, Apollo, success, grace, talent, and creativity, loves art, beauty. Mercury, business, communication skills, diplomacy, and healing. Mars, negative. Resistant, brave, courageous, and self-determined, subconscious imagination and instincts. Prominence, maybe mysticism. Oh, that's Luna. Mars, negative, resistant, brave, courageous, self-determined. Luna is subconscious imagination and instincts. Then the bracelet. Rossetti's bracelets, good luck, female health. That's like your lines across the bottom of your hand. It's called Rossetti's or bracelets. Then you have your Neptune line. Via lasciva is rare. Tendency to allergy and addiction. Needs strong headline for balance. It's called your Neptune line. Mercury, health, anxiety and nervousness. Business line, missing line, good health. Protection, guardian angels, and strength. Great triangle, the larger the better for health. Head in life shows balance. Uranus, intuition, psychic, perceptive, and expressive. Sun, success and creative. Medical, stigmata. Healer and caregiver. It's like below the pinky. It looks like a hashtag. Union, marriage, meaningful friendships or relationships. Union is below the pinky as well. That's also your children line. Siblings or potential for children. Travel, life journeys of profound effect, major moves. Thumb and fingers. Thumb, long, enterprising, short, practical, loyal, joints, 1 will, 2 logic, 3 rhythm, bass, harmony. That's your thumb. Will, logic, rhythm, harmony. Index, Jupiter, ambition, long, authoritarian and self-assured. That's your pointer finger. Short, lack of self-confidence, inferiority. The mental zone, the practical zone, and the material zone. And the sigil for Jupiter looks like a 4. Influence lines, chain, agitation, tension, prolonged vacillation. Islands, weakening of strength, lack of focus. square or hashtag protection sign, and repairing of a line. That's interesting. Fork, dissipation of energy adaptability. Dots indicate physical or emotional setbacks. A split is energy loss or a new life phase. Grill, which is like quadruple hashtags, diffused and scattered energy. Then the star, or like an X, good fortune, cross, struggles. Years on major lines, middle, Saturn, responsibility, long, deliberate, short, impulsive, passionate. Ring, Apollo, art, long, risk, short, frustration, material. Little, Mercury, sex, relationships, science, long, cunning, short, poor, self expression. And then there's even another little thing with 60, 40, 20 is the life. Fate is 20, 40, 60. Head is 60, 40, 20. Heart is 60, 40, 20. I don't know. Oh, that's years on major lines. Yep. That's palmistry. You know, that's why I say you can look at somebody's hat. Like, I have these on cards. It's a lot easier to just like hand somebody the card and say, pull out your hand. Like, let me analyze your hand based off of this card. Because there's so much in there, it's so hard to remember it all. It's like impossible. I mean, the reason why I'm reading this is because maybe the next time I give somebody a palm reading, like, I won't need the card, but it's just so much information. It's just easier to show them the card too, because even that's a form of hypnosis. I bought these cards on like Amazon or eBay. Yeah, don't touch me. Hands off, don't touch. I don't want to. Hands up, don't touch. I don't want to. Okay, is he live yet?
No, I just checked.
I swear to God, this is what the coolest thing is. It's, to me, it's been like pay-per-view every night. And when he comes up, I create like 30, 40 clips of him that are a minute long, and then I've been shooting 3-minute clips of him, and then live streaming the entire room. And then sometimes I literally just go to bed and just walk away. And that's when I know that I've like put Elon in a bottle. When I don't even give a shit because I'm just live streaming it. It's like that's the thing about competitive reframing. It's like, I know I don't have the money, and I know like I'll never have that kind of money. You know, maybe that's all negative speech, but imagine if something happens to Elon and then like the media reports that he had like a secret account called Adrian, and then the people start Googling it. They're like, dude, somebody's been recording all of Elon's conversations. This is wild. And then it like blows up across the world, and all my YouTube accounts get like, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers, and I become the new Adrian Dittman.
that is the basis for a screenplay. I should write that.
Yeah, it's Adrian Dittman the movie. That's it. I mean, I am literally live streaming all of this even right now, so it's just like it's layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. Scott, what happens when you get down to the very source of the layer? You discover the T word. Okay, do you want to hear an Israel? Let me do the Thoth meditation for you. I'll just read it to you, actually. This is like a really powerful hypnosis. Maybe I won't be able to find it. I'll just play it for you. It's kind of hard to hear it. I had a YouTube account that got deleted a couple weeks ago. Otherwise, I would just play you me reading it. But Clown House partisans decided to strip me of my YouTube account. Okay, I'll just play it for you. 6 minutes long. So just take some deep breaths, and then after this, I'm gonna disconnect and probably go lay down. So this is the invocation of Thoth. Here we go. I'll see if I can find it on my read it to you as well.
Invocation of Thoth. Procul, o procul esti profani, on lasti, on peda. In the name of the mighty and terrible one, I proclaim that I have banished the shells unto their habitations. I invoke Tahuti, the Lord of wisdom and of utterance, the God that cometh forth from the veil. O thou majesty of the Godhead, wisdom crowned Tahuti, Lord of the gates of the universe, thee I invoke. O thou of the ivy's head, thee I invoke. Thou who wieldest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest in thy left hand the rose and cross of light and life, thee I invoke. Thou whose head is as an emerald, and thy nemes as the night sky blue, thee I invoke. Thou whose skin is a flaming orange as though it burned in a furnace, thee I invoke. Behold, I am yesterday, today, and the brother of tomorrow. I am born again and again. Mine is the unseen force whereof the gods are sprung, which is as life unto the dwellers in the watchtowers of the universe. I am the charioteer of the east, lord of the past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light, Lord of resurrection, who cometh forth from the dust, and my birth is from the house of death. O ye two divine hawks upon your pinnacles, who keep watch over the universe, ye who company the bier to the house of rest, who pilot the ship of Ra, ever advancing onwards the heights of heaven.
Hold on one sec. Oh, I did find it actually, so I'll just read it to you.
Oh, real quick. Somebody named Rex Paces liked my poem on X, and when I look at him, he's followed by Bly's dog and Adrian Dittman. And his profile says, helping X space hosts and listeners find and create clips of conversation highlights. So he just likes something of mine.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, integrate with all those guys like Bly's and Auda. Yeah, he's got like 4 regulars. Auda and Bly's are like the regulars. I think Bly's and out of work for X, or I don't know if they work for him or not. And you know, they're just regulars, but like one guy, also this other kid, his name is Elliot. He I think he just graduated college, and he messaged me one time. He's like, who are you? Are you? And I was like, and I just wrote him back that Elon is Adrian Dittman. He's like, no, he's not. And then that was the end of our conversation. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, you know, like a Rogaine commercial, or like I'm not just a customer, I'm a client, you know, and like a lot of these people don't even know that they're actually talking to Elon Musk. They think they're just like talking to some like crazy German person who has like, who is like following everything Elon does or something. So I think there's a lot of people who do know the inside joke, and that's all it really is that it's an inside joke that Adrian Dittman is Elon Musk. I mean, some people know it, some people don't know it, some people, you know, are assuming it's him and guessing it's him, but it's an interesting thing to record because I don't know any other multi-billionaires worth as much as he is coming onto any other platform and just fucking, you know, open mouth, random word speaking, you know, spoken word. I mean, that's it. That's pretty much what he's doing. He's not reading anything. So for that alone, it's just like what you and I are doing now, and we're just having a conversation. So it is pretty amazing to record unrecorded rooms of him having conversations.
Okay, so I followed that guy, and now he's following me back. So that's cool, because then Dittman can see like the guy they follow is following me.
Exactly. You need to become a parasite. Just interact. I mean, guys are going to want to interact with you, you know. That's birds and bees.
And those are the same people that voted for Bush. Yep. Some of them voted for Reagan. Not all of them, but some of them did.
They were Bush-Reagan voters, and many of them were Romney voters as well, but they have bolted to the left over the last 20 years, particularly over the last 5 to 10 years. And look, it's about outrunning them and building off of the success that we got here, going back to those working class voters, going back to particularly Indian, Jewish, Hispanic, white working class voters, the young men in New Jersey as well. Those 5 groups right there are going to be the groups that we need to explicitly be targeting.
Yeah, I'm also counting down the hours. So another hour to go for the deadline for that screenwriter to pick a script he wants to read.
Send him the Adrian Dittman script. Just go to ChatGPT and create a script of a billionaire who uses a burner account, but he gets psyoped and becomes a, I don't know, a fake social media philosopher and life advice content creator.
You know this? Okay, so this guy that just started following me, Rex Spaces, that Adrian Dittman and Blythe follow as well. The posts that he liked of mine make me wonder if he has a psychotic disorder as well, because he liked my poem, the 2 poems I wrote about my psychosis, and then he liked this post that I said, I am finally aligned with my purpose. More than a filmmaker, I am a storyteller. I am here to make people feel seen, valued, and wanted, especially those with psychotic disorders. I am here to give us a voice in a world that often maligns and dismisses us. And then he likes my poem about psychosis. So I'm like,
Yeah, you attract all the crazies. That's all, you know.
That's what my friend told me. It's Joshua Sid on this app, Sid Sloth. He was like, one time we were talking, and I had some crazy ass story about this woman he's like, Rachel, it's like, what is it about you that attracts so many crazy people in your life? Because he's like, you have this crazy story about all kinds of people. And I was like, oh, it's just the universe sending me a bunch of fodder for my stories, I think, is what's going on.